Hi there, Andre here from Peak Motorcycles. In this video I'm going to be fitting this Flatland Racing radiator guard to my Honda CRF300 Rally. I'm not going to go into all the details around why I'm doing this, but if you check out the Kodama Composites side protection video, I explain in the beginning of that why I'm doing all these things at once. So this is going to be a video just showing how to fit this guard and then to give you a look at how it looks on the bike. So I'll just give you a close-up look at the Flatland Racing bash guard. So as you can see, I mean, it's just a very solidly made piece of aluminium. It's got these two cross beams. When it's actually attached to the bike, it's actually just through that hole there and this hole there. So that's basically goes, you know, the radiator behind here, the existing mounting bolts just go on there. So as you're looking at it from there, that is from the back of the bike looking through this. It's got these holes in the edge here, so you can actually fit your socket through, so that when you do that, you can then do up these bolts that are there. Pretty simple, that's it really. And this is a Thep radiator guard that's come from Thailand. It even got slightly bent in the packaging. I mean, if you look at those side by side, there really is no contest. So I think this is more of a substitute for the stock one, which looks like this. I will talk about this Thep guard in a separate video, but I just wanted to put it side by side just so you could see how they compared. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to weigh all three of them, and I'm going to use this little bit of video in both the Thep video and the Flatland Racing one. So if you don't like seeing things weighed, please skip on to the next bit now. First of all, so we've got a comparison. This is the weight of the stock radiator cover on the CRF300 Rally. Can get all of that on the scale somehow. There we go, 126 grams. So yeah, it's a piece of plastic, weighs next to nothing. The Thep guard, 164 grams, so a little bit heavier, but again, almost nothing. And I'm expecting this is going to be a lot. Here we go. Yeah, 622 grams, if I can read that right upside down. So yeah, that is significantly heavier than stock, but bear in mind, while I'm replacing this, what it's really replacing is the 5 kilo crash bars that I had on the bike. And this one is, I think, the only one that if it had a sideways impact, it's actually going to protect the radiator. So yes, it is adding more weight than the stock guard, but there's a reason for that, and it gives the bike extra protection. Right then, I shall go and fit this to the bike. So this is the stock radiator guard that comes with the Rally. I mean, it'll deflect a few things, but it'll still let, you know, I guess bigger objects through, and it's not particularly resilient. Not a lot to it really. It is actually attached using this little push pin at the top to the other piece of bodywork. I've already taken the bodywork off. I've got other videos that show that, but I think assuming you can get to this point with just the right side removed, to take it off, there's just a couple of, there's that pin there, there's one pin there, there's a slight clip there, and then that all comes off in one piece. The Flatland Racing one just comes like this. And in order to get it on, it's essentially you remove these two bolts here, and then they bolt through the end of there. And as you can see in the end of here, there's some bigger holes, so you can actually fit your socket through to be able to do those up. So simple as that. I'll just do this bit quickly. There we go. So the next thing is to take the Flatland guard. Just going to push those two bolts through that. So that one goes through there like that. Just going to pop that washer on there. Hopefully you can still see that. And then the same at the bottom end for the other one. Yeah, so of these two holes at the bottom here, it's actually this upper one that it goes into. That's it. So now I just need to mount that back on. And there we go. That is it. It really is as straightforward as that. That does feel extremely solid on there. Yeah. So it's got these two big bars that goes across. So if that did get a hit on the side there, hopefully the radiator will remain protected. That's it. That is my video about how to install the Flatland Racing radiator guard on the Honda CRF300 Rally. I think it looks really sturdy. I look forward to hearing the sound of rocks pinging off it as I ride along. They do a version for the CRF300L as well, but it's a slightly different design. On the Rally, it's much wider and you've got this extra bodywork that kind of covers the outside of it. So I think in this case, it's really there just to protect something that pushes the bodywork all the way in and onto the radiator. On the L, because it's just that bit more exposed without that extra bodywork, there's an extra bracket that comes along the side. It's slightly more expensive. I'll put a link to both of them in the video description, but bear in mind the only one I fitted to my bike is the one for the Rally. What you've seen here is not the one for the CRF300L, but I'm sure if you look at it on the website it'll be pretty clear what the L1 does with the extra plate on the end. I hope that's been interesting and useful. If it has, maybe I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.